Hi, Michael Hellickson here with Club Wealth, and today we're talking about the perfect client newsletter. Now, before I get too deep into that, I want to talk to you about something called a reticular activator. Now, some of you are thinking, man, what the heck is a reticular activator? Well, let me tell you, the reticular activator is a part of your brain that causes you to think of things that are top of mind. That's where things go that are top of mind. I'll give you an example. When you drive down the road, if you've just recently purchased a car, let's say you just recently bought a new Toyota Tundra, and all of a sudden, everywhere you go, everybody seems to be driving Toyota Tundras. What the heck? Does that mean all of a sudden because you bought one, more people are out there driving it? No, it just means that because you bought one, it's top of mind, top of consciousness, and you're more aware because of your reticular activator of all the other people out there that are now driving Toyota Tundras. It's kind of like pregnant women notice other pregnant women, right? Very common. Well, guess what else happens with your reticular activator? People buying and selling real estate all of a sudden notice other people buying and selling real estate. So it's very, very important for us, each and every one of us, to be top of mind, top of consciousness for all of our clients, so that when they're in that buying or selling mode, or when someone else knows that they've been working with a real estate agent, all of a sudden now those people whose reticular activator are dialed into real estate are dialed into you. So I'm going to show you a tool called the Perfect Client Newsletter that's going to help you activate that reticular activator with your database on a regular basis, so that consistently they're in tune and they're noticing other people thinking about buying or selling homes, and this turns them into silent salespeople for you. So check this out. One of the things we're going to talk about is ROI. That's another right here. ROI, return on investment. That's another one of the reasons why you've got to have a perfect client newsletter. Very, very important. It's also important because it's going to help you connect with and engage with people at a much deeper level than in other ways, especially in conjunction with your overall client appreciation program. We'll talk about those things on another video, so check out the blog if you haven't already done so, clubwealth.com. Check out the blog and take a look at some of the other client appreciation activities that you can do in there. All right, so with my Perfect Client Newsletter, I want to snail mail, not email. Email's weak compared to snail mail when it comes to your Perfect Client Newsletter. So I want to mail this to my A+, my A, and my B clients on a monthly basis. Very important, every month. Now, A clients are people that have done a transaction or sent a referral. A+ clients have done multiple transactions or sent multiple referrals or done a transaction and sent a referral. A B client is someone I'm also going to send my newsletter to on a monthly basis. B clients are people that I'm pretty sure if I taught them how and I reminded them on a consistent basis that they would either send me a referral or do business with me at some point. All right, now I want to print my Perfect Client Newsletter, or we'll call it the PCN, the Perfect Client Newsletter. I'm going to print this on 11 by 17 paper. I'm going to fold that 11 by 17 in half and then in half again, and that's how it goes in the mail. I want to do this on colored paper. I'll use black and white ink, or black and white ink. I'll use black ink on my newsletter. I don't have to do this full color. Full color costs a lot of money. No sense in spending money where we don't need to. I get just as big a bang for the buck by doing colored paper with black ink. All right, I want to have a mail house send this out for me for the lowest possible pricing. Now, some of you are thinking, well, Michael, I don't have the time to put together a full newsletter. No problem. You can use a done-for-you service. In fact, Club Wealth offers a done-for-you, start-to-finish newsletter service. But just in case you want to do it on your own, I'm going to show you exactly what to do on the remainder of this video so that you can have absolutely 100% control over your newsletter, and you can send it out. You can print it at will. You can send it out, whatever. But again, if you don't want to go to all that trouble, just use the one that we do for you. It's very inexpensive, and you can find out more about it at clubwealth.com. All right, so what else does my Perfect Client Newsletter need to be? It needs to be fun, first and foremost. This is important. Watch this. I want it to be non-real estate. So I want to keep all the real estate stuff to a bare minimum. Get it out of there. People don't want to hear real estate, real estate, real estate from you. The only time they want to hear real estate, real estate, real estate from you is when they're actively thinking about buying or selling a home. The rest of the time, they just want to engage with you as a friend. I mean, when you call your buddies up, are you constantly talking about real estate? No, because if you were, you'd be wearing them out and you wouldn't have very many friends for very long. So make sure that you treat the people that receive your newsletter like friends. Remember, people need to know, like, and trust you to do business with you. They're more likely to do that if it's not always about real estate. Also, never, ever, ever anything sad or negative in your newsletter. This is important. Keep that stuff out of there. I want to mention my clients by name. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. I want to include motivational quotes in my newsletter. Don't go crazy on this. 1 or 2 per newsletter is fine. I want to include my vendors in my newsletter. If I market for my vendors in my newsletter, I let them advertise little spots in my newsletter, they'll actually pay me for that. Now, I don't have to charge every vendor for this. Maybe I've got a really good vendor that's helping me out and contributing in other ways. Maybe I'll just run an ad in the newsletter for them as a part of my way of saying thanks for helping us in other ways. Regardless, you can turn your newsletter actually into a profit source that not only pays for itself, but puts money in your pocket whether or not you ever sell a home, which obviously it's going to help you do that as well. I want to also email my newsletter to the people in my database, but again, that's not nearly as important as sending it out via snail mail. The snail mail is really where the magic is in this whole thing. All right, so some key sections I want to have in my newsletter. I want to have a message from me, from the real estate agent directly. So you always want to have that message. Give them a backstage pass to your business, a backstage pass to your life. And remember this. This is the radio station that's playing in the clients' heads. It's WIIFM, right? What's in it for me? That's what people care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Now, I don't mean to say that your clients are self-centered. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that people care most about what's in it for them. It's human nature. So understand that and play to that in your newsletter. This again is where you want to have names in your newsletter. Talk about your clients by name. This is like friends referring friends. So John Smith sent Jane Doe. Thanks for referring Jane Doe, John Smith, or something of that nature. So I want to name my clients and the people they refer to us by name throughout my newsletter. I also want to have a monthly quiz in my newsletter. Then I'll have a section with my last month's quiz winner, and in there I have an opportunity to name the person that won, and also the other people that entered into the drawing I can label in that section as well. My client of the month section, this is awesome. The person who sent me the most referrals, did the most transactions, or combination thereof. I'm going to call them out in the newsletter. Thank them for their business. Congratulate them. Send them a nice little gift certificate, whatever. But I want to make sure I'm mentioning them by name. This does 2 things. 1, the person whose name you mention loves to see their name in print and receive that recognition. 2, everybody else reading your newsletter gets to see evidence of your success. They get to see social proof of other people who want to do business with you, and not just make-believe people, but actual people with real names right inside your newsletter that gets physically mailed to them. This is powerful beyond any measure. You cannot even imagine how important this is for you in terms of building your repeat and your referral business and bringing in additional business. All right. Upcoming client events, very important. I want to make sure I talk about my upcoming client events in my newsletter. I want to talk about my love it or leave it guarantee. Maybe I'm doing a guaranteed sale program. I'll mention that in my newsletter. Seasonally, maybe at Easter time or Christmas time, I might do a coloring contest, maybe even at Halloween or Thanksgiving. For the kids, they love that. We get great engagement on the coloring contest. Again, if I don't have time to do this, I'm going to jump in and I'm just going to have the Club Wealth Perfect Client newsletter done for me. It's literally start to finish, and all you got to do is send us your database. We will literally mail this thing out for you. It's very low cost. It's very simple and straightforward. It'll make a big difference to your bottom line, and it'll make a big difference in terms of your relationship with your database, with the people in your database. They get to know you at a deeper level. They get to engage with you at another level. All of this is very, very important. All right, so if you have any questions, reach out to our office. You can email us at clientcare@clubwealth.com. You can call us at 206-300-1000. Reach out to us on our website at clubwealth.com. At the end of the day, just know this. You can do a newsletter. You could do it right now. You can do it in your market. It'll be special for your clients. They'll love you for it. You will actually get calls. If you were to stop sending it out for a short period of time, which I've tried this. When we sent our newsletter out over and over and over again, at one point I decided, gosh, maybe we're spending too much on this. Maybe we're not getting the ROI that I think we're getting on this. So I stopped sending it out for a couple months. And man, let me tell you, I got phone calls from people saying things like, Michael, are we okay? Are you mad at me for some reason? Have we upset you? Have we offended you? Why am I not on your list anymore? I'm not getting your newsletter. And all of a sudden I started to realize when I started getting 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 of these types of calls and emails of people asking me this, I started to realize the real impact that my newsletter was having on my relationship with my database. It made a massive difference. So of course we immediately went back to doing it and the numbers followed. We could absolutely track trackable ROI back to that newsletter. It made a huge difference. So think about it, do it, don't take too long, just take action. Remember, ready, fire, aim is the formula for success. Make it happen. Remember, you are world class.